everybody! For this movement snack video, we're going to be focusing on exercises to help us with our back bends. Whether it's you're newer to back bends, these exercises are going to be still fine to do and we can make them nice and comfortable for you. If you're a little bit more experienced with back bends, this is also going to be great for you. So good for helping with back bends in pole and in dance and like maintaining your back flexibility. There's one in here that I do often, and I'm pretty sure it's why I managed to maintain my back, some of my back flexibility during pregnancy when I couldn't do a lot of other back bending. So things that can be helpful to have. If you have one of these kinds of resistance bands, helpful. And then something to roll or slide. Foam roller would be great. Towels, blanket, cloth, something like that. So I'm going to bring this with me first. We're going to begin with spinal floss. I love the spinal floss. I do it often. When I first learned it from Marlo Fiskin in the Invert Ready program, it was tricky and felt really awkward, and then it's steadily gotten a lot better. Whenever my back is feeling not super happy, I usually start with this kind of exercise. It was also one of the exercises that I could do for my back throughout my pregnancy. Really, really great and really helpful. Especially if you have a band, it works really well. So sitting down, if you need something to sit on, go for it. Blocks, cushions, pillows, a couple stacked blankets. And then my knees are a little bit apart, kind of like if I was going to go into child's pose. From here, leaning a little bit forward, we're going to pick 3 spots on our back. Now, if you want, you can pick more spots. You could do every vertebrae. But for the purposes of the video, we're going to pick 3 spots. We're going to do 5 flosses with each one. So if you don't have a band, you're going to use a finger and you're going to find 1 vertebrae around the top of the pelvis. You'll have 1 vertebrae around the middle of your back and 1 vertebrae, however high you can reach on your upper back. So hitting lower back, mid back, upper back. From here, you are going to make whatever point you've chosen the biggest part of the curve. And we're essentially going to do cat-cow. Except for when we're focusing on the low back, our upper back shouldn't and probably won't move a lot. When we're in our mid back, you'll get a little bit of movement top and bottom. When you're in your upper back, very little to none of the low back should move. Really great one to notice if you have one part of your back that this feels more comfortable and a part that feels a little bit less comfortable. If you have one of these bands, instead of using your finger, you'll put the band on that vertebrae. Make sure it's not twisted there. And then you're going to pull it a little bit tight. So whether you're using your finger or your band, once you're in your position, you are going to, oh, and I'm holding it between my thumbs, thumb and finger. You're going to push at that point and round as much as you can, pushing into your finger or the band. And then you're going to suck the finger or the band in. So that point that you're focusing on is the point that's making the biggest curve. So 5 here. Nice and slow. Okay, once you're ready to move on, moving the band to the next vertebrae you'd like to focus on, or moving your finger, and then same thing. And then finally, the next part of the back. Awesome. Okay, from here, we're gonna do some thoracic rotation. So coming to all fours, hand to the head, we're bringing our elbow towards our arm, opening up to the ceiling. I'm gonna try and keep a little bit of a tuck with my tailbone, so a little rounding through the low back so that I'm really focusing this on my mid back area. We're going for 8 to 12 of these on each side. Down towards the arm, open towards the ceiling. Switching sides when you're ready. Excellent. Okay, from here, coming down to our stomachs, we're gonna do some back lifts. So with this one to begin with, we're going to think about making a double chin. So I'm really elongating through the back of the neck. So I'm double chin, elongating through the back of the neck. Hands somewhere to the side. I elongate. I start lifting from my upper back. Lower. We're going for 8 to 12 of these. If you find that you're not going anywhere, what you can do is give a little push with your hands and then lower and lift when you can to slowly come down. Just starts working on that back strength a little bit more without necessarily being able to use your hands a little bit. But we want to try and really control the way down and lift our hands up to make our muscles do the work as soon as we can. And same thing, it would be 8 to 12. Again, starting with that chin and elongating through the neck, lifting up one vertebrae at a time. We're going for making C's here and not L's, especially if you manage to be able to lift up that high. So elongate, lift, and lower. Now, I definitely a person finds back bending quite hard. My lifts are not that high, but man, do they work some good muscles. Okay. So, our final exercise is going to be some cobra roll-ups. Yeah, I love this one. So options here. I find this one for me really activates my muscles really well and gets me into a cobra position I otherwise would have a really tricky time of getting into. Like we just did with the back lifts, we're focusing on the same principles. We're going to tuck the chin. We're going to elongate through the back of the neck first and think about the chest lifting and then the mid back and then the low back. And we keep lifting up everything. Chest lifting forward and up, trying to make a lovely C. We're not trying to just make our low back curve and make an L. We want a C. So, option one with the roller, push, slide down. So I'm kind of around my wrists or so, elongate, lift, and down. Okay, just roll away from me then. From here, same thing. Arms are about shoulder width apart. I'm elongating through the back of the neck. Pushing in the ground. Lift, 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 lift. So for these, depending on how you feel about back things, we're going anywhere from 5 to 12. Pushing through. We elongate. I'm really pushing through with my hands. Pulling back as I slide. Oh, so good. So hard. Okay, so there you have it. Lovely little movement snack for your back. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for joining me.